And welcome back, Fire Axe, to another episode of Travis Fire. Today, another edition of Different Ways to Split. We're figuring out what the heck this thing is. Alright, so if you're new to the channel, I have this edition or playlist, or I guess you could say, on my channel of different ways to split, where I take different devices, different machines, and I try to use them to split and see how efficient it is, how effective it is. Now, this thing here I saw at Harbor Freight. No, I think I saw this on Marketplace, and it was, I forget. You know what? I forget where I found this, where I got the idea. But I saw this. I bought this brand new at Harbor Freight. I'm not sponsored by Harbor Freight, but I figured I would try it out. It's called the manual operated slide log splitter. I bought this brand new at the local Harbor Freight store. It says, place the log on the ground between two wooden supports. Make sure it will not move while splitting. I don't think that's going to move, is it? With the screw on the edge of the slide slapped tight, place the wedge on the end of the log. So I think you have to undo this screw. There's a screw right here, like a bolt with the Allen head. I think you have to undo it all the way. Oh, it fell down. Yeah, I think you have to do it. Take it out all the way. So let's take this and put it in my pocket. All right, so we don't lose it. Having that be out frees this thing to be extended. So I think by that you understand what's going to happen in a second here. Loosen the screw to raise the handle. The wedge should remain on the log. Briskly force the handle down. Repeat this up and down action until the log is split. Securely tighten the screw when finished. And this is, of course, made in China, which is what it is. So I'm not going to try this yet, because I know people in the comments will get mad at me that, and I can already tell this is going to be a loud thing. So I'm going to at least put in some ear protection, okay, in the ears, right, like that. And then eye protection, just for fun. So we're going to see how this works. It's a little dirty in a minute. So, and then I see on this log, I already got a crack right here. This is some maple that I have access to. Okay, so we're just going to try one piece, maybe two, and see if this thing is worth $20. I don't know. I'm going to put the wedge on the crack, like so. Like this. Okay. Ha! Whoa! Hey. Well, it worked. I mean, how many was that? 5 or 7 hits? That's not too bad, right? We'll see if we can split this up into manageable pieces. Let's see how long it takes us. Whoa! It is kind of awkward, I won't lie to you. It's a tad bit awkward. I don't know what the difference between this and an axe is. An axe you're going over the head versus this is just pumping up and down. It's quite loud. You do want to use ear protection because this thing here is slamming in the bottom of the top of the wedge area. No, actually it's hitting up here somewhere because there's a buffer. So the top of this pole is hitting somewhere in here. I guess. I think, I mean, alder's pretty a softer wood. I should probably get into some harder wood. I think that we'll try that next on the episode. So stay tuned. But initial thoughts. I don't know what the difference between, I guess if you can't go over your head or you're too afraid to hit yourself, this would be the next battle. Still a workout. I mean, doing this, it seems kind of erotic if your head wants to go there, but worth $20 when an axe and with like a decent axe head and a handle combo is like 100, maybe like 75 on the cheap end, 50 used. This I could find used for probably 10, but brand new 20. That's not too shabby. I don't think I would want to tackle anything naughty with it, but I mean, what do we split here? We split 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 pieces, so we split 4 times. And that didn't take too long. And these are pretty good pieces. These are maybe some bundle grade size, maybe some rackwood size. It helped that the round already had a crack in it, so we just used that crack and split into it. I think that helped a lot. But I mean, I guess it's an option. I mean, if you have a gas powered splitter, use that. It all depends on the wood. Let me know as of right now, before we get into any hardwood, as of right now, let me know in the comments, what application would you use this? Or what specific person or demographic would be interested in something like this? If you did not have a splitter, either electric or gas powered, I guess diesel too is an option. If you had to go all manual, what would be the purpose of using, sorry, I don't need my goggles at the moment. What would be the purpose of using this manual splitter versus an axe or a wedge and a maul? Let me know. As of right now, let's take some bets. So let's get in. So let me find some hardwood. Stay tuned, and we'll try it out with some hardwood. All right, new day. Sorry about the wait, but I mean it was a second for you anyway. But I have this maple, hardwood maple here, and I'm gonna test the same tool on the hardwood. See if it's any different. See if this thing can do it. Now, if you see the bluntness or the sharpness of this wedge, it's not too sharp. Obviously, you can sharpen that, but from the factory, from the store, this is how sharp it is. A little bit sharper than a mole for Harbor Freight too. So we'll see how this does. That was definitely more of a workout there than the alder. This stuff has been down for a while, so drier than green. So in my opinion, it's easier to split, especially by hand, when it's fresh cut green versus on the way towards drying. There's just science behind that, but if you have a different opinion, let me know down in the comments. So now this is not firewood yet, so we need to split this 2 more times. Let's do it. Definitely more of a chore having it be harder wood, and maybe it's my fault because this wood is not green like I mentioned before. I noticed that to get it started, so if you have a round like this, I noticed that you can put your hand on the wedge part. Make sure that the top of your hand is nowhere near this edge, the top edge of the actual wedge. Have it be right here, like an inch below this top wedge where you could put it on the round in one hand, start it, right? Start it, and then once this is in, once the wedge is in the round, then you can two-hand it, you know, like that. But what I found is maybe this is too high up off the ground, but if you go all the way up on this, sometimes it get kind of cockeyed up here. I don't know if you see that or not. If you get way up here at the very top of this one where these two meet, if you go slam back down, there's some play up here. So I recommend going like halfway and coming down, halfway and coming down, not go all the way up. And then when you want to go down, if you're not straight up and down, this lip here catches on this bar, and then you're kind of fighting with it, and then you come down. Okay, this is what I learned. So I'm not sure if this is faster, easier. Seems to me like it's not as efficient. But let's compare it. Obviously, there's not going to compare to any gas-powered, diesel-powered, electrical-powered splitter. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to compare this manual operated slide log splitter. That's a mouthful of a name, don't you think? I want to compare this to an axe. Now I'm going to be using my used and abused whiskers, however you pronounce it. I'm going to compare it to this and see if it's faster. So place your bets. Is this going to be faster than the slide operated splitter, whatever it's called? Take your bets down in the comments. Let's see how it goes. One more hit. Okay, so now it's 2 pieces. Now we need to make 4. So set that one aside. Let's make 4. Okay, there's a pair right there. Now let's make another pair from this one. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, introduction to this manual operated slide log splitter, and then we compared it to an axe. Which one would you prefer? I prefer an axe any day over this slide thing. It's definitely loud. Need to wear ear protection to even use it. It's a different type of workout. Let me know down in the comments, what application does this have? What application does this serve? I'm curious to know your thoughts because I can't think of one. If you can yield, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, let me know if I'm way off on this, but if you are physically able to yield an axe, to hand split with an axe, well, then why would you need this slide splitter mechanism? It just seems to me like it's a waste of time, that you would exert more energy with an axe, but then it's faster, it's more efficient with the axe versus this thing. Let me know if you've ever used one of these slider things. Let me know if it would ever be used in your wood yard. Let me see if I can find the link of something similar on Amazon, but for sure I'll share a link with the Harbor Freight one that I bought. So yeah, I guess that's that. So then when you're done, I don't see a hole on the other side here. So then when you're done, you take that bolt that came with it and you put it back in here like this, and that puts pressure on the inner slide, so then it won't come out. So this is what you do. You usually put it away. You tighten it up. I don't think you even need like an Allen wrench. Just a hand tighten it. You pick it up and you're good to go. You're ready to rock and roll to put it back in your garage or wherever you store your tools. So that's that. It won't go anywhere. Yeah, so that's another edition of Different Ways to Split. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any more ideas of tools and devices that you want me to try on this special edition of my channel. I've tried different things, including like metal wedges. I haven't tried a chainsaw with having a noodle. I think that would be too much wear and tear on a head, in my opinion. But let me know if you have any ideas of tools and devices that you want me to try on this edition of the channel, Different Ways to split. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Until next time, remember, life is short to be a prick, so be kind to one another. Rock and roll. Stay safe, you cutting. Cheers. Even those 2 little hits, this thing wanted to stay on there.